Alright, let's start this video in a calm, in a bright place, because I know that next hours are going to be really a mess. And um, I'm preparing to go to Korea. I bet you already guessed that, right? But today in this video, since I already had a video of going to Korea, whole journey of it, I'm gonna make it a bit special and different. Because really, this journey is a bit different. Because, first thing, my prediction is there's snow in Korea, and I'm excited to see snow and feel the snow because I haven't actually felt it for a long, long time. Next are the planes. I heard that we are gonna ride the Boeing 747. I'm not sure if that's true or false. So let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make this short because the whole journey is actually long. I'm gonna make it as short as possible, even if already 1 minute's over. So let's get this started. Alright, so we are here at the airport right now. I just realized that we are same place as where I seated. When see that the journey to go to China. We are riding Korean Airlines today, and this journey we're riding Korean Airlines. We are riding a 777 from Boeing, and we're seated at the very back because we're late. It's of course it's economy. And then we go back. I believe it's a A330 from Airbus. We are currently waiting to go on the plane. It is 10 o'clock. Are you ready? I'm quite excited because the plane is really big. This happened other vlogs on the airplane. So I'll see you guys later. we are out of the airport and let's talk about the weather first. It is so cold. It is cold as heck. It's -3 degrees and I only got one layer of clothes here, a hat and this thing to prevent me from coughing. It is so cold. Yo, I literally got this where I wear in the Philippines. I can't believe that they're still wearing shorts in the Philippines. It's so cold, guys. Our weather here is a big change, especially when I miss that it's 6:49 and outside is still black. Well, if it's in the Philippines, if it's 6:49, it'll be really sunny, and of course we'll be going to school already. But here it's still black. It feels like night. That's what it feels to be in winter in Korea, I guess. It feels so weird. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's in the morning, but it feels like night. I've been awake for 24 hours already. I haven't slept any much, and yeah, don't feel like a normal person anymore. So guys, we have arrived at our very, 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 very old house. It is so late. You can't imagine how long was this journey. I just ate my dinner and came back and all other stuff except for, I guess, buying for groceries. We went riding trains and riding subways, riding airplanes, riding cars, and blah blah blah. So many transportations going on, if you already know. So yes, I'm in another peaceful place for finally, because I couldn't make videos anywhere elsewhere. So for this, let's talk about the main subject of this video, the plane riding. So I was riding the Boeing 777-300, and that was my first time riding a big Boeing. For Boeings, I don't remember if, because I remember the time I rode Korean Airlines, and it was a big plane. But I'm not sure if it was a 757 or 767, but it's not as big as a 777. I have always rode the 737, which is, of course, you guys all know the default or the plane you see every day because that's going everywhere. But a 777 from Philippines to Korea, it is a very rare route because the Boeing 777, it is designed, the plane itself, it is made to go a long distance, while the distance between Philippines and Korea is about 300 kilometers. And that's just rare. I think this is like one of my big chances for me to ride an airplane this big. Let's talk about the experiences. The plane first feels big. The way it feels big, it doesn't makes me feel sick. That actually rhymes. When I rode the 737, it feels cramped. It feels crowded. It feels like I have nowhere else to see except for my seat or the passenger seats or the passenger window. So I felt like I am gonna get sick of myself because there's no enough space for me to be in. But in the 777, of course, it's a very big plane. There are 3 sections. Of course, there are first class, there's business class, and economy. Economy, however, it has 3 rows. 3 columns, you have 3 columns. One column have 3 seats. So there are 3 columns full of 3 seats, which means one row has about 9 seats. And total, they have 63 rows. So those are a lot of seats. So that was the first thing I liked about the 777. It's complete space. The second is its infotainment system, or what you call the infotainment screen. I like that. I always liked a screen in front of chairs, but not in cars. I feel like if I watch them, I'm gonna get sick, but it doesn't. It makes me distracted from focusing on my sickness and like watching a movie. Your whole of your focus is gonna be in watching your movie or playing games. So that's a one good idea of, I guess, being not sick. And that was pretty good idea. The third thing I like about the plane ride was the service. I was riding Korean Airlines and the service of that airline is so good. I don't know, but they treated me like I was some kind of toddler. It was so good. I felt like I was being loved in the plane. And that's just one thing you want to feel inside a place where it's foreign to you. That was one good thing that Korean Airlines did, because the airlines I rode before, like Shama Airlines or Jeju, they don't have nice services. They don't even have food given to us. Well, Korean Airlines, it is already 12 a.m. and they still give us bibimbap. That is one of the most amazing things ever. And that is really cool. And one last thing that I like about the plane before my arm dies, it hurts so bad. They are the whole design and the whole way the plane worked. If you see small planes like the 737, they experiences a lot of turbulence because their wingspan are not as long as the ones in the 777. That makes the airplane lighter than, of course, a bigger airplane, and that makes an airplane more shaky under high speeds. When you're going 300 or 400 miles per hour, you don't want to get yourself shaking all over the place. That's one thing I like about the 777 because the plane is big, it is heavy, it turbulence is not a thing that you have to care about anymore. Cause you can't you barely can't feel the turbulence shaking. And if you do, you won't care about it. Cause it's not in that kind of level where it gets your G-force high and low up that you want to get yourself sick. And that's one thing I like about it. Because I have always been very sensitive to G-forces going up and going down, side to side. That makes me sick a lot of times, and I've experienced those for the past 14 years of riding an airplane. I like about this big thing I love about this airplane. It's the 777 that I truly love. I have rode the A330 also about this year as well. I'm I am not having a, of course, in-depth review of how the plane feels, but I'm gonna ride it one more time when I go back to the Philippines. That's one more thing I can compare about between a Boeing and a Airbus. That is just really cool. One thing I want to think about the experience are the crew members. They did a very great job on keeping us safe, keeping us comfortable, and keeping us in a good mood. The pilots, I have heard that the 777 is a hard plane to control, as there was a crash in Asiana in Los Angeles airport a few years ago, and that was the reason because the 777's controls are really hard. I was quite worried about that, and they did a great job on landing, taking off, and all over controlling the plane. And that's just one thing I want to think about for not making me really sick. And also the other crew members, they kept me in a comfortable way of sitting on the airplane. They did a very good job. I have coughs, they noticed, and then they just tried to let me feel good about it. And they will ask me sometimes if I liked or do I feel sick or not, so they can, I don't know, treat it. And that's just one thing I actually like. That's so good. If you're watching till now, it's gonna be a long video. I didn't try to make this a long video. And if you notice, this is a whole out of a video that's really boring. It's based on my experience review on the first riding of a 777 from Boeing. But I'm gonna watch this video again and again. That's the reason why I made my channel. I want to make memories. I want to make memories that I can watch again and again, like photos, and they will keep me in knowledge and in memory so I can continue do better things. So guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you enjoyed it, I hope you did, please click the like button. Um Also, I believe the next video is going to be very interesting because I saw snow and I wanted to go skiing. We might have a video on that. So guys, thanks for watching and see you next time.